Hello, everybody. The audience will grow as they realize we're starting here. So, little housekeeping before we start is you're free to go in and out as you like, free to use the restrooms as you like. Just be mindful of your neighbors, and if you could turn your cell phone either off or down, that would be appreciated. We are recording the presentations. I'm not sure how we'll get them out to you, but we'll get them out to you when we can. All right, our first speaker. Before I introduce her, I want to tell you a story and I want to talk about faith. Our first speaker, Kimberly Kay, lived in Colorado with her family, and I don't know why I'm crying because it's so beautiful. They had just built a house, their dream house, and they were settling in. They had family there. They were happy. They had careers. And Kimberly got the intuitive hit to move to Florida. And it was a strong hit. She kept getting the hit, and she followed what Source was telling her, and here she is. I'd like to introduce to you my friend, a fellow Jedi, Kimberly Kay. Kimberly is an energetic healer. She is a graphic designer. She does beautiful designs, and she's just written an amazing children's book. Please welcome Kimberly Kay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You good?
Cry before.
I know, I'm starting to cry too.
So I'd like to thank you all for being here. I'm very grateful and honored and a little surprised that more of you know who I am than I know who you are. But I am so happy you all are here, and again, I'm very grateful. So as we kick off this expo, I would like to invite all of you back into the world of wonder, the world of curiosity. And yes, I have note cards because I get nervous. So if I trip and these go everywhere, I did number them, just in case, okay? So if you ever wondered that some of the most important truths are things that we remember rather than things that we learn, when we see a sunrise and it takes our breath away. Sorry, guys, I'm really nervous. When we hold a newborn baby and you get that feeling inside. Those aren't feelings that can be learned. They're not taught to us. They're innate. They come deep from within the soul. So as to introduce me, I am Kimberly Kay. I'm a graphic designer, I'm an artist, I'm a mother, I'm a healer, and soon, hopefully a teacher. So why is it that when we think about the world, a lot of us just see what's out there? Plants, tables, chairs. Most of you here know that everything is made of energy. It's all vibration, it's all frequency. Our emotions, our thoughts, and our thoughts are powerful, but our emotions are even more powerful. Our hearts put off an electromagnetic field that is 10,000 times more powerful than the brain activity. And those fields have been scientifically measured to extend past our body. So a lot of us, we feel happy and all this wonderful things come in, right? But when we get sad, when we get disappointed, we go on this downward spiral and we just keep getting pulled and pulled and pulled. And then all of a sudden there's another person next to us that's just negative. And then they're pulling and pulling and pulling. And no matter how much you try to think positive, you still feel like crap. Because our emotions are a magnet. They're a magnet for opportunities. They're a magnet for the people. They're a magnet for all of the love that comes in. And most of you here know that love is the most powerful frequency in the universe. But I want to expand on that for a moment. The saying, we were all created in the image of God, Source, as I like to call him. It never meant anything physical to me. It was all about the vibration, the energy, the frequency, the essence of what God truly is. And He is the source of all love and the source of creation. And from that place, that frequency, we can create, we can heal, we connect, and we transform. I know a lot of us have been in those places where it's like you just feel so run down. And the last thing that you're thinking about is sending love to the person that is just rubbing you the wrong way, that is speaking negatively over you. But the most powerful thing that you could ever do is send them that love. To see them in a whole other light. To see them speaking love over you and love over other people around them. It's important. It's not easy. So I want to take you all through a little exercise on how thought and emotion create energetic forms. And these can get stuck in our bodies. So if you all join me, I am going to show you how to do this. I want you to take your hands. And you're going to gently but firmly press in the center of your palm on each hand. Now place your hands like this. And just take notice of what you feel happening in between each of your hands. Everybody is going to feel this differently, experience it differently. Whether you feel warmth, tingling, or pressure. Now that you know it exists, I want you to take your hands and place them face up in front of you. Thought is where it begins. I want you to think of the word, and I am going to preface this, that this is just for the exercise and not a word that I would like to use on a regular basis. You're going to think of the word hate. Just think of the word. I don't want you to feel it. I just want you to think of the word. And in the palm of your left hand, I want you to speak that word 3 times. Hate, hate, hate. And I want you to take notice of how your hand feels. Okay. Now, I want you to think of the word love. And in your right hand, I want you to speak the word love into the palm of your hand 3 times. Love, love, love. And I want you to try to balance your hands. Can you make them even? I see a lot of hands that are off kilter. So love being the most powerful frequency will stomp out hate. I want you to rub your hands together and let it go. And feel your hands again. Now imagine if there was an emotion that was placed behind that word, behind that thought. Because it all starts with our thoughts. And then it goes into the emotions. And then it goes into the words we speak and the creation that we make around us. Our realities are our responsibility. We have amazing people around us that have helped us to see the light. And I am very grateful for all of the mentors that I have had along my journey. For those of you that haven't met me yet and haven't heard my story, I went through plenty of trauma in my life. I got diagnosed with CPTSD, dissociation disorder. The titles just kept rolling in. And I was like, no, that's not who I am. Those are just words that you want to put onto me to keep me stuck forever. And I wasn't going to have it. So I used the process of learning about energy, vibration, frequency, and really taking a deep look at what I was holding on to and letting it go. So for any of you that are still feeling stuck, I want you to remember this. One choice, one thought, one emotion will change your reality. Thank you all.